We're really gathering together to announce ExxonMobil's donation of $13 million to support the National Math and Science Initiative program here in the state of Louisiana, which will be a lead participant will be the Baton Rouge Magnet High right here where we're gathered.
Tell us, why is ExxonMobil involved in this project?
Look, this is really an amazing, the National Math and Science Initiative is an amazing program, which is really geared to drive educational excellence across the country. We certainly see the opportunity to deploy that here in the state of Louisiana, and as a strong member of the Louisiana community here in Baton Rouge, we really see no better initiative out there that we can support.
The National Math and Science Initiative is a national nonprofit that's working to really transform STEM education across the country, and we principally do that by partnering with American Public Schools.
Good morning and welcome to Baton Rouge Magnet High School. We have been a NMSI school for a year now, and we have been very impressed and excited with everything that NMSI has represented here. I know that every school that will be participating in the state, which all of the excitement will come today. We will hear more from Matthew Rendanzo, so we will hear him now. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. McCann, for hosting us today. Everyone, we really appreciate your time and engagement around this exciting announcement. Baton Rouge Magnet High School really is a shining example of the strides that have been made in Louisiana, principally around college and career readiness, and we look forward to your continued partnership and the success of teachers and students in the school. As a quick note, over the last couple of years, NMSI's had an opportunity to really become a part of this community by partnering with different schools across the state of Louisiana, and we consider all of these partners friends. Our thoughts are with all of the families that were impacted by yesterday's storm. We know that that's tough on the community and just wanted to take a moment to recognize that. We wish a speedy recovery to those communities and families that were impacted. That said, I want to talk a little bit about NMSI and the work that we're leading. We founded NMSI in 2007 with a very simple idea that all students, regardless of where they live, deserve excellent math and science education. So regardless of zip code, capable of doing great things in today's community. They deserve well-prepared teachers. They deserve to graduate from high school college ready and to navigate the increasingly complex workforce that is the 21st century. We all know that high-quality educational opportunities are essential to building our communities and our states, yet too often many of our students never make it to college, or they arrive on college campuses really ill-prepared to be successful. One proven approach through research and lots of data for preparing students for college and the workplace is expanding student access to highly rigorous coursework such as advanced placement while still in high school. We know that students who master these challenges in these classes are better equipped to succeed in higher education, and they're more likely than their peers to make it to and through college. So we know that that's a shared goal of the folks in this room and across the state of Louisiana. NMSI's College Readiness Program partners with schools and educators to dramatically increase the number of students who are taking and earning qualifying scores on AP exams with a really specific focus on expanding access to AP courses to traditionally underrepresented students and females. So that is really a critical component of this work. The comprehensive approach improves teacher effectiveness and student achievement through extensive teacher training, more time on task for students, and equipment and supplies to support the rigorous curricula. Our partnerships with schools across the country have achieved really remarkable results. In just 1 year, NMSI schools increase the number of AP qualifying scores in math, science, and English by 10 times the national average. So when we partner with a school, we're seeing sort of a 10x increase in achievement, which we're very excited by, with really outstanding gains for, again, female and minority students. Right here in Louisiana, nearly 1,200 students are already benefiting from the College Readiness Program. Bossier High School and Parkway High School and Bossier Parish Schools are in their second year of the program. And here in Baton Rouge, we have McKinley High School and Baton Rouge Magnet that are in their first year of the program. The results to date have truly been exceptional. Last year, students from Parkway and Bossier saw a 215% increase in qualifying math, science, and English exam scores. 15 times the state average in increases. So we're proud of that work. And I know that the students in Baton Rouge, at this school and others, through future engagements, are going to achieve similarly remarkable results. More of Louisiana's teachers and students deserve access and support the tools that they need to defy expectations and make their dreams a reality. And with that, we're pleased to announce today that our partners, ExxonMobil, have committed to fund up to $13 million to expand NIMSY's College Readiness Program to parishes across the state. This commitment is a part of a multi-year effort to prepare Louisiana students to succeed in college and career, and just ladders well with all of the other initiatives that we see going on across the state to really support students and encourage them to achieve what's possible. We understand that raising expectations for all students throughout high school, we can better prepare those students for the demands of college and career. Just as important, when we challenge students to reach their potential, we're also encouraging them to envision futures that they might not have otherwise. There is something so powerful about what I call the tap on the shoulder. Having a teacher in the school, an administrator in the school, someone to tap that student and say, you're capable of that college coursework. You're capable of being an engineer, a mathematician, a biologist. Hugely powerful and sets kids up for success in a way that is almost unimaginable. To date, NIMSY's College Readiness Program has expanded to nearly 800 schools across 30 states in the District of Columbia, and we couldn't be happier to see this work expand throughout the state of Louisiana. We're going to do a little bit of show and tell in a moment. Last fall, NIMSY's College Readiness Program was in the national spotlight as a part of Think It Up, which was a movement that brought together business leaders, philanthropists, educators, and the entertainment industry to celebrate the power of learning. Think It Up kicked off with a live telecast. Some of you may have seen it. It was on every network. The program featured one of our partners, Idea Public Schools, in San Benito, Texas, as an example of the innovative, proven education solutions that's really driving college and career readiness. So we're going to take a moment to take a look at that clip.
We have one mission, and that is college for all children.
Today's students are excited about the challenges and opportunities they face. Together with the National Math+Science Initiative, or NIMSY, Idea Public Schools and hundreds of other high schools across the country are embarking on a mission to better educate students for the future.
Everything that NIMSY does is built around college readiness. For 9 years, we've had 100% of our graduates matriculate to universities.
NIMSY provides important tools to help prepare students for college. They believe every high school student should have a chance to enroll and succeed in AP classes.
The National Math+Science Initiative provides a mentorship program for an experienced advanced placement teacher, and also it provides direct support for our students.
If I didn't have that push, I wouldn't do it. I would have just taken a regular class because nobody told me that I had all this potential.
And we have teachers like Mr. Correa who are teaching these courses right now.
We need to think about the surroundings. We learn science by doing science.
He always had an experiment to go with what he thought we should know. It made the whole class engaging and it made it interesting.
Hasiel credits his teacher, Mr. Correa, and the NIMSY study sessions for helping him with tough classes.
There's several concepts that I had a little trouble with in class. During the NIMSY sessions, it made sense.
I cannot explain how much I just got from all the information, and I just gobbled it all up and ate it, and I kept it with me forever.
Hasiel is now studying engineering in college, so he can help service members, like his brother, stay safe.
I made it a mission to myself that I would become an engineer for people who have family overseas. I want to design an aircraft that would be safer to deploy troops in.
students like Hasiel and Hannah will be first-generation college graduates.
I'm a first generation going to college. When I get married, when I have kids, I want to provide for my family.
They want to be successful. They want to learn. They want to thrive in their lives. They have dreams. They have hopes.
In just 1 year, NIMSY boosts advanced placement performance in partner schools by 10 times the national average. NIMSY is transforming schools across America.
Students will surprise you when you set the bar at a high level.
So we were excited by the opportunity to highlight our partners and the work. I think some of our staff were excited by who was narrating that piece. Do we have any guesses as to who that was? Celebrity? Matthew McConaughey. And so there was a little bit of swooning over the voice alone. I guess I just don't instill that same excitement. That said, one quick note. I had the great opportunity to connect with Principal McCann in advance of today and really talk through her experience leading this work at the campus. And you shouldn't necessarily believe me. You shouldn't believe the video. You should have a conversation with the principal, who is engaged deeply in this work, who is now a champion for us, who is proselytizing the value of a really strategic partnership between NIMSY and a school to drive exceptional results for kids. And ultimately, that's what we're about. And I have no doubt, ma'am, that we are going to have a similarly awesome success story to share with the community as you continue on this work. So one or two more notes, and then I promise I'll wrap it up. There's lots of places across the country that could benefit from a program like NIMSY. They don't all have great donors like ExxonMobil to help fund that work, but there's something unique about this community and about the state of Louisiana that really we think makes this an ideal partnership. Over the past few years, we've really seen this commitment to increasing AP course offerings, this commitment to increasing AP achievement throughout the state, and enhancing professional development opportunities for teachers. So we know we're coming into an environment where there's broad support. We've seen this support across executive, legislative, and administrative branches of government, and this keen focus on improving college readiness and career readiness. In short, we're really just excited to be part of that community. We recognize that we're one partner among many who are doing exceptionally hard work to prepare more kids for college and career. And we're really humbled, by the opportunity to do that. I know we already gave a rousing round of applause to ExxonMobil. I'd like to just again take the opportunity to thank Exxon for the exceptional work that they're doing on behalf of students, not only in Baton Rouge, but across the state of Louisiana. So to our friends at Exxon, thank you so much for your support. We simply couldn't do it without you. I now have the pleasure and honor of introducing the Chief of Staff to Governor John Bell Edwards, Mr. Ben Nevers.
Today, though, I'm here to celebrate and to work with all of you to congratulate the superintendent, the principal, the staff, the teachers, and all those that have made this possible. Without their hard work, I assure you, we wouldn't be standing here today. And of course, because of their hard work and because of the contribution that ExxonMobil has made, a tremendous community member, a tremendous member of this state, someone that's been here for over 100 years, working our citizens and providing revenue to all of us. If it were not for you and the contributions and the dedication you've made to not only our citizens but our children, we would not be here, and we say thank you again. I especially want to say that the program that you see here today certainly can be expanded all over this state. And I think your principal can tell you that. I think there are students right here in this school that would never have had the opportunity to go to college, to be able to get a job that they could raise a family on, that they could raise a decent salary with, and to pay taxes for this great state. if it was not for this group of people here today and many others like you. So with that, I want to say thank you. But this program that we're speaking about here today nationally is nationally renowned for all the accomplishments that have been made. And it's proof that if we have the right program and we have the appropriate funding and we have the appropriate staff, that we can accomplish things that we thought were impossible. And I can tell you, I see some of our teachers shaking their head. I see some of their parents here today shaking their heads. I spoke a few moments ago about to a lady that has a senior graduating this year. It has a wonderful opportunity ahead of them because of the opportunity that you gave them right here. ExxonMobil, we can't thank you enough for your dedication to our state. The expansion of this program here in our state certainly will have a positive impact on the lives of students all across our state, but also across our nation as you spread the news and you involve more students and more educators. In the past few years, Louisiana has seen significant growth in the number of high school seniors passing the advanced placement exams. And all of us know, especially my legislative colleagues, how important that is. To pass that and be ready to move on into college or career position is one of the dreams of my life. No child should be left behind. We know that. Every child can learn. And it's because of the opportunity that you give them, each one of you, and especially those that are here with ExxonMobil this morning, that I say thank you very much. God bless you.
I too want to thank ExxonMobil. When I first received news of this, I literally, if I had designed a grant that we should be so blessed to have received, this would have been the one that I would have designed. And it is an incredible blessing to have this opportunity in our state. I want to say a thanks beyond ExxonMobil. We have many former and current members of our education committees in the legislature, and when it comes to opening opportunities and high expectations, I cannot tell you how many hours they have put into over the course of their time in the legislature, hearing and making difficult decisions. That includes Senator Morrish, who is the current chair of the Senate Education Committee, Representative Carter, whose district I believe we are at least close to, not exactly in, but close to, who was the chairman of the House Education Committee, and I thank you and all of your colleagues. We also have Bessie Member Lewis here. Thank you so much for being here. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank these four gentlemen in front of me who are Capital Region superintendents, a couple of them all former principals, a couple of them former high school principals, and fine educators in every sense. And so I thank them for their service and for being here. Let me share with you an announcement that is perhaps in some respects smaller than this momentous occasion, but an important one nonetheless, which is that the organization that creates the AP, as Nanette could certainly tell you, is called the College Board. And we don't hear about them as much because we're an ACT state for the most part. They make the SAT, that's what they're famous for, but they're also the AP company. And yesterday they put out their annual report to the United States. And when you look at the list, not in terms of who's at the top, we've got a ways to go until we're at the top, but who is the most improved, Louisiana was number 2 out of 50 states this year. And if you think back to 2012 and all of the debates, and we probably all have some agreements and disagreements about all that, but if you go back to 2012, and if you look at where we've come since then, in 2012, 4.3% of seniors were graduating with an AP credit. In 2015, just 3 years later, 8% graduating with an AP credit, meaning we virtually doubled the number of kids over the course of the last several years earning an AP credit. And that's thanks to the work of these gentlemen, principals, and last, and this is what I wanted to say most important of all, it's due to our teachers. I was very blessed to be an AP English teacher. And beyond how inspired I am by the AP curriculum and by the kids who do it, the fact of it is, on all these subjects that we're talking about, AP English, AP Calc, AP Physics, AP US, AP World, AP European, all these subjects, you cannot understand the amount of time the AP teachers have to put into this work. They are owed support. They don't do it for extra pay. They do it because it's the right thing to do. And it shouldn't just be the right thing to do at Baton Rouge High. It should be Tara, it should be McKinley, it should be up in West Feliciana, it should be in Zachary, it should be in the Northwest, should be in the Northeast. And Senator, now Chief Nevers, as you said, we can do it. And I want to thank ExxonMobil and all of you for helping our state to be aware that we have done it, we can do even more. God bless you. Mark, I'll pass it to you, and thank you once again, ExxonMobil.
Well, good morning, everyone. On behalf of ExxonMobil, it's both my honor and my pleasure to join with you here today and to announce this $13 million commitment on behalf of our company. Well, what an amazing opportunity! I can't think of something that would be more deserving to fund than this program right here in this state, starting here in Baton Rouge. I want to say thanks for so many people that have gathered here today. Thank you, Superintendent White, for your work in the state on education. Special thanks to Senator Nevers, representing Governor Edwards, for joining us here today as well. A number of other folks, I'll just go through a list here. Principal Nanette, I want to thank you for hosting us here today and joining with NIMSY as part of this program, giving us the opportunity to support it. Matthew, for the I'll call it a partnership, but the strong engagement that we have working together in support of NIMSY as this program is really trying to make a difference, not only here in Baton Rouge, across the state and across the country, and we're proud to be a part of them. But so many others that are gathered here today. Some names have already been mentioned. In addition to Senators Morris and Representative Carter, I know we've got several other senators in the room, Dan Claytor, Bodie White, Mike Walsworth, and Gerald Boudreau. Thank you for your support today. Representative Gene Reynolds is also here. All of that representing the importance of this subject, the education of our children. Others from Metro Council, Baton Rouge Area Chamber, the school district, officers from the school system. I can go on and on, BESI members and so forth. I think what it illustrates for all of us is that not only is this subject so important, but it takes all of us. Not just the educators within our various education systems, but also the support from government and the support from business, all of us joining together, working together with the students, with their families to drive a difference in education that ensures everyone has that opportunity to succeed in their lives and in their careers. So again, I thank you for joining with us here today to celebrate this event. Before I go on, I just want to comment on some of the challenges our state is facing in the aftermath of yesterday's storms. And I'll put it in perspective. I've had the opportunity in my career within ExxonMobil. Of course, we do move around a little bit, as most of you know. But this is my second opportunity to be part of the Baton Rouge community. And it really is a pleasure. From my experience, seeing the hardworking, just the openness, the inviting, and the resilient people that we have here in this state and within this community. Even in the aftermath of the tragedy of yesterday, as we're still understanding the loss both in personal means as well as property and so forth. While our prayers are with those that have been affected, I think we all know that the sense of community here is strong, and that we have full confidence that communities will band together and rise up to help each other through this situation. So again, as we keep them in our prayers, I think I in particular am proud to be part of this community. I just want to build on some of the comments that have already been made. Education is so important to everything that we do here. We like to think in our industry that the petrochemical industry is the backbone of the state in many ways, and in many ways I think that's true. But the true backbone is the education system that supports not only our industry and our business, but all of the business activities across the state. And I want to recognize the significant gains that have been made in recent years. as our superintendent highlighted, with Louisiana being the second most improved state in some of the rankings. The National Assessment of Education proctors, known as the the nation's scorecard, shows that we are indeed making significant progress. So I want to congratulate Superintendent White as part of his efforts, his leadership, the Louisiana Believes program, all of those combining together have made significant improvement in the success of our students. But in the end, all of that, and I'm sure as Superintendent White has already said as he stood up here, all of the credit goes to the hardworking teachers who are at the front line of our education system. But as has been already said, we still have much more work to do. We certainly cannot declare victory. We still need to work hard to narrow the remaining achievement gaps, and most importantly, to ensure that all of our students have access to an education that will enable them to succeed in an increasingly competitive world. We need to recognize that the bar is continuing to be raised, and we need to prepare our students to be competitive in that environment. The reality is across the country today, there are many good job openings that remain unfilled because we don't have the candidates to fill them. That's particularly true in the areas of those skills requiring math and science, which is really the drivers of the good paying jobs here in the 21st century. So that's why this initiative and many like it are at the forefront of ExxonMobil's consciousness and as part of our efforts to drive improvement as we focus on these what we call these STEM educational needs in science, technology, engineering, and math. For more than a century, ExxonMobil has partnered with our communities to improve the quality of life, both here in Baton Rouge and across the state. But I want to say that our commitment, it starts with our employees. And as I said, I'm honored to stand here before you today. I'm really honored to stand here, not so much as a representative of ExxonMobil Corporation, but even more so as a representative of our employees. Every year, our employees stand up and give of their time and their commitment to support the schools within this community. We have over 40,000 hours of volunteerism each and every year, many of those going in to provide support in these schools, in the classrooms, working with teachers, et cetera. Again, because that education improvement is such a strong focus of where we think that we can make a lasting difference for our community. As part of that, our goal is to form and to foster sustainable and strong partnerships with school leaders, with teachers, with the other nonprofits like NMSI that can partner with us, as well as with the school communities themselves to boost student achievement. And I'm very pleased that through this announcement that we've made today, that we can continue to help Louisiana students to prepare themselves to succeed, whether that be in college or career, as we continue to go into the rest of this 21st century. ExxonMobil has been an inaugural member of the National Math+Science Institute, and with this announcement today, it highlights our continuing interest in being a strong supporter of that program, so we're proud to be here today. We know firsthand, as Matthew had highlighted before, we know what this program can do. It has been proven elsewhere, and we are excited to see what it will do here in Louisiana, and particularly here in Baton Rouge, because it has had the significant impact elsewhere. On average, schools in the first year of implementation have seen a boost in their qualifying student scores by 10 times the national average, as Matthew had highlighted earlier. And I have no doubt that it will at least be that great here in Baton Rouge with the level of cooperation and support I see across this room. How could it not? So this fall, NMSI will implement its full college readiness program in several parishes throughout the state, starting here in the Baton Rouge area as part of our support. And we certainly believe that throughout our parishes, that our teachers, our students, and our parents will benefit through this program, and that we are the right community to see this kind of growth. I don't, from an ExxonMobil standpoint, I don't think we could have chosen better than to support this program right here. You know, everyone here has contributed in a lot of ways to the success we've had so far in improving our educational system and improving the performance of our students. I want to thank you for what you've done. But as I said before, the job is not finished. And so I want to thank you for what you're still going to do. As I said, we have to work together. It can't be any one of us. It has to be a community coming together to be committed to continue to drive these improvements. So ExxonMobil is very proud to support these efforts. I'm very proud to be here today among you, to join forces with you. And I'm convinced that the students in our state, that they do have a bright future ahead. We're not done yet, but that future is there, and it's our responsibility to ensure that our students have access to it. Together, we can rise to this challenge in bolstering both our economy and our education system that supports it, and ensuring that our young people can compete for the jobs of the future. So with that said, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to be part of this program and for your continued support with us. Thank you very much.
The work that's been done in this school over the last several years is really remarkable, and we see an opportunity to grow on that work and really to shine a light on this example for doing great STEM education, supporting kids, supporting teachers to drive excellent college-ready outcomes.
Tell us about the partnership with ExxonMobil.
Yeah, so ExxonMobil was a founding funder of the National Math Science Initiative, and they continue to support our work across the country. Here in Louisiana, they've announced a sizable $13 million investment to expand NMSI's program to more schools throughout the state.
Well, this year, Louisiana ranks #2 in America as the most improved state on advanced placement courses. ExxonMobil's support of advanced placement in Louisiana is a real demonstration of that success. It's a real commendation of how well our teachers and our kids are doing, and we should all have great pride that ExxonMobil has faith in our state and its educators enough to make an investment of $13 million.
Well, what a great day to be here, first of all, and certainly to see the students excited and the teachers and principals and superintendents in our region, you know, come together to talk about exciting times that are happening right here in Baton Rouge is quite amazing. And the program that ExxonMobil is actually putting up $13 million to expand across the state is just fabulous. And to see these students here smiling really because they have an opportunity to really further their career and their education and to know that they one day will be able to go to college or either find a career in Louisiana is just amazing in itself.
Virtually all of the jobs that we have working in the industry, not just for ExxonMobil, but in the industry, require some degree of STEM education and STEM skills. They range from the skilled tradesmen, the welders, the pipe fitters, all the way up to the engineers and chemists that we employ in the facilities.
Your reaction to what you've seen and heard here today?
It's extremely exciting. We've, as part of ExxonMobil, we've known about NMSI really since its very beginning. Its results have been outstanding, and we expect the results here in Louisiana to be outstanding as well.
ExxonMobil has been a great partner with us, and they have decided to put together with NMSI this huge grant that will give our teachers an opportunity to train, where they can go back and train students to be very adept in math and science, English and things like that. So it's a huge initiative. We have a lot of very important people here to kick this off, but we're excited about the partnership.
National attention for EBR schools.
National attention. ExxonMobil, I want to make sure that they know how much we appreciate what they do in EBR schools and schools all in the area. They are a tremendous partner for us, and we are excited about that. And then when you put together a National Math and Science STEM initiative with our kids, we can't go wrong. We're really excited.
Well, the National Math and Science Institute is here to improve advanced placement scores across the state. And so Baton Rouge Magnet High School was chosen last year to participate. And although I was a little skeptical in the beginning about NIMSY, wondering how they could help Baton Rouge Magna High School, we have been so excited about their study sessions on Saturday. Our students have been excited because they're learning even more than they're learning in the classroom. The study sessions, along with the teacher professional development that they learned through the 2-day conferences in Dallas. It's just been amazing. Plus, they have incentives for $100 for every student who scores a 3, 4, and 5. Students have incentives, money incentives of $100, and they help pay for the students' AP test. So it's so exciting to be part of the NIMSY Institute.
Just really excited by the energy, the community, and the commitment of folks to really focus on driving college readiness and career readiness. So we're excited to really dig in with the state as a partner.
I think this is great. I mean, we had such a strong turnout from not just the educational organizations, but also all the support from local legislators, as well as the business members. It really does require we all come together to drive these improvements. All of our success ultimately depends upon how well we equip our young people for the future.